Now we're going to talk about part two. In part two, we're going to add wings of an eagle. To do that, you're going to go and open a new tab. You're going to Google eagle. It's spelled Eagle. And for this next part, I want you to find, let's see, I like this eagle because we really just want this wing. Though I think we used one that was slightly different. We may just go with that one. Um, let's just do that one. Sure, let's use this one. Or better yet, here. Let's use, well, this has a watermark. We don't want any pictures of watermarks. So I guess we'll use the one we had before. The picture I'm looking for, and this makes it easier, is I'm looking for a picture where there's a solid color similar to this. So it might even be best if we use this because this eagle is facing in the right direction. So let's go ahead and copy this image. If you forgot how to copy, again, if you have a mouse, you can right click and copy image. Or if you hold the Alt key, the key next to the space bar, and then click on the picture, and click on copy image. And when we go back into Photopea, we're going to press Control V. Now, once you press Control V, you should have your picture, and this is what we're going to do next. Next, we're going to press L. The letter L is for lasso and pulls up this tool right here. With the lasso, we're going to circle the part we want. We just want the wing, like that. Notice that we have our not so dancing ants because it's Photopea. Then we're going to press Control J. Make sure you hold down Control while pressing the letter J. Once you do that, we can hide the original layer of the eagle, which leaves us just the wing. We can use the Move tool, this tool right here, to move the wing in place. More importantly, we have this blue area that it's not what we want, so we can press W for the magic wand, click on the blue area, and notice that the blue collects everything we want. Once you do that, we can press backspace, and backspace should delete all of the blue area. To get rid of our dancing ants so we can continue, you're going to hold Control and then press the letter D, and then you let go. And then we might use our eraser, which is letter E, to erase this little bit down here. We don't need that little bit. And then maybe I'm going to take this Move tool and move it over. If I don't like how the wing is like right now, like maybe I want to twist or turn it, notice that my Move tool, when I move it towards the edge, I'm not touching the corner, I'm at the edge outside of it. It turns into this double shaped arrow, which if I click, I can rotate. Or more importantly, you see this white square right here? This is a pivot. And the pivot allows me to rotate my shape on that spot. So if I put my shape, say, right here, notice how the wing rotates. It's rotating from the pivot. Now to reset that, I have to click off of the layer. If I click back on, notice that it puts it right back at the center. Maybe I might move these wings more there. And then maybe I'll bring this pivot down here. And now when it rotates more naturally with the horse. The last two things we're going to do is we're going to go look for narwhal. And the narwhal is spelled Narwhal. We're going to click on images. And for this narwhal, we really just want the horn. And the picture that I used in class is this one right here, where the narwhal has caught a fish. We do want this one. Excuse me. And we're going to copy this image. And then when we go into Photopea, again, we're using the bigger photos. If I press and hold Control while pressing the letter V, this should paste my picture in. As you can see, this picture is huge. So we're going to have to zoom out. There are two ways to zoom out. You can pinch on your touchpad if you're using a Chromebook, or you can hold the Control key and press the minus key. The minus key is next to the number 0 on your keyboard and next to the plus sign. Notice how we zoomed out. We're going to shrink this way down. And to shrink it down, all you're doing is using the Move tool you're going to grab a corner and then just make it smaller. Once you made it small enough to where we can see that the narwhal's horn is in the picture, you're going to hold Control and press 0. You're going to press L for the lasso tool. And we're going to circle the narwhal's horn. And like everything else we've done, we're going to hold Control and press the letter J. We're going to hide the original photo. We're going to press E for our eraser tool, and we're going to erase. Now, some of you might be asking, Mr. Lane, why aren't we just using the magic wand again? Let me show you what happens. If I use the magic wand to select, notice that the magic wand does not select all of this. It selects only a specific color. So it'll come down here, it only selects on there. And that's not what we want. I'm going to press Control D to get rid of that. Instead, I'm going to use my eraser and just erase what I don't want. The magic wand is useful, but it doesn't always work, which is why I didn't tell you about it right away. Just talking about it like more at the end. Anyway, once I have this horn here, I'm going to go back to my move tool. I guess we're shrinking it down some more. We're going to move it up here, and again, we're going to rotate it so it's more in the head of the unicorn. We might even put it below the unicorn, or below the horse, so it looks like it's actually on it. Which leads us to the last part, and this is the last thing before you save it. You are going to go, and we're going to find a picture of someplace we might find our unicorn. Like, it might be a forest, it might be a desert, it might be the ocean, it might be New York. Whatever you choose, you're going to find a photo. I like this one because there's a sky in here. I'm going to, as before, copy the image, go into Photo P. I'm going to press Control V, and when I press Control V, this picture is not big enough, but worse, it doesn't hide everything. Like sometimes if your picture comes in, the picture might be right here. If this happens, don't panic. Number one, we can always sometimes make it bigger. And while I don't really like that because like before it pixelates our picture, here's a bigger issue. It's covering up what we have. To fix this, we're going to go to our layer. And if you remember, when we had the hamburger, we had a top bun and a bottom bun. So like this, we're going to turn this into our bottom bun by clicking over here. And while holding it, we're going to drag it down. We don't want to go all the way down. We want to go just underneath our horse layer or underneath our unicorn horn or normal horn. And there you go. Once you have all of this, you're going to go to File, Save as PSD. We're going to save it as your Chimera classwork, and then you're going to click Save. And as usual, once you have your classwork, you're going to submit it to Focus. Finally, there's your assignment after you do this. Your assignment is to, 1, you're going to pick 3 animals and mix them together. 2, your animals have to be real, so only photos. 3, something I didn't do that I want you all to do is to label your layers. Tell me what the animals are. And finally, your animals must, again, be photos, so no drawings and nothing extinct. So no dinosaurs, no dodo birds. They have to be alive. The animal has to have been alive within the last, I'd say, 30 years. When you finish all that, you're going to create a second one called the fruit animal, where you pick only one animal, but you can use fruits and vegetables. That's really it. You're not making a chimera out of fruits and vegetables, you're just making one animal. You put it all together.